Hello, I'm Shane and welcome to Sported. Today I want to talk about that final, the Europa League Final with Manchester United and Tottenham, possibly the worst final I think I've probably ever seen, and just about sums up why they are where they are at the bottom of the league. Poor, so poor. Tottenham won, Manchester United 0. Tottenham did the job, and to be fair to Ange, I had a sneaky feeling that he'd win. He always says he wins in his second year, and it was roulette. He set himself up, but when it comes off, you look like a legend, and that is the biggest mic drop moment in sport. The quote was legendary, wasn't it? And for it to come off, that's amazing. So fair play to him. He has taken so much criticism over the season. Ridiculous amount of losses, 21 I think losses now in the league. Not great at all. Many fans want him gone. The owner probably wants him gone. I'm on the fence now. I just think when you've won the first silverware since 2008, how can you sack him? You've got to back him and give him one more season at least. He's done what most managers, all managers, up until 2008 haven't managed to do, and that's win a European title. So fair play to Ange, and I don't know. Although he's very, very moody, and his interviews can be a bit cold, aren't they? A bit steely sometimes, but I get it, the criticism. But I like him. When he's fun, he's great. When he's on form, he's one of the best. And when he's not, like most managers, like Pep, they can be vile, can't they? Vile creatures, because they're all bad losers. I'm a bad loser. Most people are, aren't they? That are competitive. But yep, they've won. So let's see what happens in the summer. Is Daniel gonna give him the bullet or keep him on? I think he deserves one more season. One more season. Might have saved himself there with that result. But with Manchester United, absolutely terrible. And the thing is, with Ruben Amorim, he talks a good game, but I am seeing, and many are seeing, zero improvement, and he is stubborn to the core. He's going to play his way, his system, no plan B, which is ludicrous, because as a manager you have to be adaptable. You have to play different styles and different tactics and different players to beat teams, because you can't always beat every team with the same style. So for me, it doesn't make sense. And if he stays on, it's looking like he will, and buys his own players, then surely you're going to, at the elite level, you're still going to come unstuck when you've got no adaptability. Now, what I like as a Liverpool fan with Arne Slot is his in-game management. He's adaptable. He takes players off, changes the style, brings players on, changes formation. And I like it. It's to break teams down, because some teams come and attack you, some teams park the bus. So it's crazy and limited, very limited as a manager to play. We're going to play one style and that's it. You're going to come unstuck at the elite level, because teams will know you play that one style and they'll come up with their own style to beat you. So you end up at a stalemate, or you're unable to break them down. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it with Amorim. I kind of like the way he talks. I like his honesty, saying that they've been rubbish and one of the worst Man United teams in years, but he's not going to change his style. This could go badly. This is going to be a very expensive rebuild as well, and what with this possible stadium that they're potentially going to try and build as well, that's a lot of money. So I don't get it. Although a lot of those players aren't good enough to be Man United players. That is what is clear. But the game itself was horrendous. Too many players having a bad day. Tottenham sat back and hit them on the break. Man United, Bruno was nowhere to be seen. You got so many out. Luke Shaw, not great, doesn't look fit. Mason Mount, I can see why all managers love Mason Mount, but he doesn't look fit, although he showed one or two decent touches, but not much rhythm because he's been out for so long. Mind the cat. So it's a very, very average team. This is one of the worst Man United teams I've seen. And if it wasn't for Bruno Fernandes this season, and if it wasn't for the three teams getting relegated, they would be in big trouble. Without Bruno And the 3 teams being as terrible as they are, they could possibly have gone down. So, but they got away with it. Let's see what happens in the summertime. But it wasn't a great advert for the Premier League, was it? It wasn't a great final. I kind of got bored. I sat with my friend watching it. He's a Man United fan, and even he was shaking his head and biting his nails, and they didn't look like scoring. They really didn't. They weren't potent. Rasmus Højlund, like Darwin at Liverpool, just doesn't look like it's going to work. And he should be the number 2 to a main striker. He shouldn't be the main striker. So all of the pressure's on him. A lot like Darwin. I don't see... Is there a player there? Potentially, but I think it's too much in his head now. He needs to be taken out the firing line and mature as a striker and learn from somebody else. But there's no one else there. It's, again, poor recruitment, poor management. Ineos, don't think they're doing the best job. They're pissing off a lot of people, cutting costs left, right and centre, sacking staff. It's not a good look. The whole club at the moment just seems to be a bit of a mess. And that final pretty much sums up their season, a mess. So let's see. I can't see it with Amorim at the minute, but it's up to them, isn't it? I don't really care. It's lovely seeing Man United struggle. Spurs, I don't really care either. But poor final. I kind of wanted Spurs to win over Man United, and they did. So let's see how they're kind of in the same place at the moment, aren't they? Bit of a mess. Need a lot doing. Need good transfer windows. All about recruitment. So we'll see, but... There you go. That was the score. 1-0 to Tottenham. Well done to Ange. That's the big takeaway from this. The best, coldest line ever. And it came to fruition. I always win a trophy in my second season. Bloody legendary. What do you think? What did you think of the game? What did you think of the managers? Do you think Amorim's going to stay? Do you think Ange is going to stay? And what transfers, what players do they need? They probably need a lot. In both clubs, don't they? And how do you think that Ratcliffe is running Man United? Because at the minute, I'm not seeing many improvements, and it's bloody lovely to see. Anyway, get your comments in, take care, and see you on the next one.